Hey everybody, KC here. So Michael Sansolo did a column last week about how many young people, for a variety of reasons, are lacking basic skills when they enter the workforce. Like they can't do math, things like that. And this is creating both an opportunity and a challenge for businesses that are willing to hire them, but also have to train them, right? And that's not usually what businesses will do. But to paraphrase former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld, you go to market with the workforce that you have, not the one you want or wish to have at a later time. So if you had to have to educate and train them in order for them to be effective, that's what you have to do. But in fact, it may be worse. And we kind of know why. And in some ways, we as a culture have enabled it. The Journal of the American Medical Association is out with a new study confirming what a lot of us presumed or feared, which is that preteens using an increasing amount of social media, they perform poorly, more poorly in terms of reading, vocabulary, and memory tests in early adolescence compared to those who have used less or almost no social media. In other words, the more social media you use or employ, the less cognitive skills that you have. That's just the way it is. Now, according to JAMA, and I quote, the analysis found that both low and high increases in social media use throughout early adolescence were significantly associated with lower performance in specific aspects of cognitive function, supporting a prior finding that greater screen time was negatively but weakly associated with adolescent cognitive performance. Now, listen, to be honest with you, I don't really know what the answer is to this problem, since the federal government seems completely unlikely to pass a law saying that social media companies have to age-gate themselves so they can't be accessed by anybody younger than 16. There's way too much money at stake here, and the people who run these companies are so avaricious and so mendacious that they worry more about their stock prices than the impact that their businesses are having on culture, as well as on the people who are most vulnerable, and that would be our kids. And lawmakers, well, let's face it, they're going to do the bidding of the people with the money. Like I always say, it's the best government money can buy. Now listen, sure, parents can and probably should keep a tighter control on how much their social media their kids are using. And it's entirely reasonable, I think, for schools to ban smartphones so kids can't access social media there. But businesses, it seems to me, they have to be concerned about this stuff, because low cognitive abilities in young people means low cognitive abilities in the people they're going to be trying to hire. And that's going to create all sorts of challenges for their operations and their bottom lines. Now listen, you may not be able to do much about the kid that you hire tomorrow, but you can certainly start to lay the groundwork so you'll have more access to better people with greater cognitive function 5, 8, 10 years from now. And that means we have to all put pressure on our lawmakers and force them to build bigger, better, more effective barriers around these technology companies and social media and protect our kids in a way that they're not doing right now. The only alternative, it seems to me, is not an attractive one. I keep thinking about how Dean Wormer described Flounder in Animal House. And the last thing we need is a world full of flounders. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.